Hello, once again, Star Wars and Unboxing fans. Welcome to another episode of Darth Tuba's Star Wars Unboxing Show. I'm your host, Darth Tuba, and now we have, well, not that one, but this one, our final of the three Gentle Giant figures that have come in. We had, if you look back in the last two episodes, we had two of the figures. We had the Beskar Mandalorian with jetpack, which of course was not an original retro figure. It's a new retro figure that they have made into a 12-inch jumbo. And then the second one was the Concept Vader, which is a Ralph McQuarrie concept sketch idea that they've made into a 12-inch. There was no 3 3/4-inch figure for that at all. They just kind of created that. So we have one more to open for right now. There are more on order or pre-order, but these are the three that all kind of came in back to back to back. So we're going to check them out right now. Now, before we do that, though, in addition to that, we have two items from Galaxy's Edge that we are also going to share at the conclusion of opening up this. So let's get right to it. And I did start opening them up upside down. Seemed to work pretty well. There is plenty of packing peanuts, but the packing peanuts on the bottom are a little less than what's on the top, or at least usually. Of course, they can pack it any which way they want. And this one looks like, about the same. What do we have? Who could it be? Who could it be? All right, judging by the back here, I'm going to say that this is most likely, and with the Empire Strikes Back logo, I'm thinking I know which one it is. I'm thinking it's the Imperial, yep, I was right, Imperial Commander. Of course, the wrong Imperial Commander for the picture, but it is accurate to the way they released the figure. So I will show you that in a moment. So this is indeed a figure that was a 3 3/4-inch original figure. And this is a convention exclusive from 2022. Now, it can't be that exclusive because I didn't go to the convention and I didn't buy this on eBay or something. It's just they made it available to the convention people first, and then they sold it to other people. Now, I don't know, maybe there was a special card or something. This does say convention exclusive and it is a sticker. I don't know. So for people who went, I do want to say my hat's off to you. I hope to get to the next celebration that is in this country. Hoping it's in Orlando. It'll be a little easier for me to make that trip. I've always hoped that they would do a New York one. That would be very easy for me to do because it's such an expensive ordeal to do as it is. If you could do it someplace where you didn't actually have to stay in a hotel or fly, it would be more helpful. But I know that it seems synergistic to keep it close to, in this country anyway, to keep it, East Coast, keep it close to Florida, West Coast, keep it close to Disney, to Anaheim for the Disney parks. And they did, I guess, Chicago a few years back, so for the central part of the country. So we'll have to just kind of wait and see. All right, but there it is, Imperial Commander. Now, if you look closely, if you look at the Imperial Commander, you will see that this Imperial Commander is dressed in olive green. This Imperial Commander is dressed in black. This is not the same character. And I don't know why they did that. I think, you can go onto some other sites with, just dealing with the original vintage line to kind of figure. I know that there have been some things like Death Squad Commander, never really existed. It was just kind of a combination of things. They used the green, because it looked more interesting than having it be all black, but in fact it was all black. So who knows? But there have been Imperial officers dressed in black and olive green, but for whatever reason they didn't have a good picture of a Imperial Commander in black. I don't know, whatever. And this character, General Veers, actually did get a figure, but they called him the AT-AT Commander, so because he was the one riding the AT-AT. So it's a bizarre thing, but you can see on the back. So here are all the ones they've released for the original. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32. All right, so I had said they were 50 or 60, so I might be wrong, but I'm looking at it and I'm not seeing all of them. I think what they did, essentially, is just stick to all the Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back ones that they've released. So I do believe we're closer to 50 or 60. They have released quite a few of the Return of the Jedi ones, but they wouldn't put them on an Empire Strikes Back carded figure, would they? That wouldn't make sense. So kudos to Gentle Giant for attention to that kind of a detail. But still trying to figure out the exact number, and you know, and then of course we have to take into account variants and the convention exclusives, which, you know, I'm trying to think. I don't think I did not get. I made a point not to get any. I did find a few convention exclusives online or in toy shows and stuff, but I made a point to never get one if it was the exact same figure of one I already had. Like, there were some Boba Fett ones released on Star Wars cards versus some that were released on Jedi cards, or I'm sorry, Empire cards or Jedi cards. I only got one. I got one Boba Fett, because the reality of it is that I'm going to take them out of the box. Why do I need two? So, all right, looks like they're kind of stuck to this. I'm going to see. I'm going to just see if I can. Okay. Interestingly enough, this one does not come with a weapon. Did the Imperial Commander come with a weapon? I thought it did. Wait a second. Huh. Interesting. I'm going to have to email. I'll see. I'm going to check on that. If you look at the picture, the Imperial Commander, there he is, holding a weapon. But I'm looking again. Did I drop it? Nope, I did not drop it. I think they screwed up. Or it could be that they just did not include one with a weapon. So I will email customer service, Gentle Giant, and ask about the Imperial Commander and if the Imperial Commander came with a weapon. Usually when those kind of errors happen, they can pretty easily remedy them. But as far as the figure's concerned, looking good. Again, these are just 12-inch versions. I have my little stand here, so does he pass the stand test? Not right away. I have to kind of adjust his legs a little bit. A slight lean forward. There he goes. And I'll see if Yep, he is fine. So there it is. Always a really cool outfit. I really enjoyed that. I really enjoy the very, you know, obviously inspired in many ways with the hitched up pants, you know, inspired by the Nazi, hope I don't get in trouble just for saying that. I'm just saying inspired by the Nazi uniform. And it always felt, funny story, I wore a olive green cosplay outfit that I had made up to a Star Wars celebration many, many years ago, like almost 20 years ago. And I had pictures, and I shared the pictures with some friends, and they all said, "Why are you dressed like a Nazi?" And I never wore it again for that reason, because it's like, you know, out of context, yeah, it might look like that, but no, I for the purposes of, well, it's militaristic, it's fascist, you know, you do want to have that definite feel for it, but I always like the outfit for the purposes of a villainous empire. So I think it hit the mark. All right, so you can kind of hang out over here. All right, so what about our items from Galaxy's Edge? Well, we have two today. We're going to start with this baby, this little guy, Babu Frick, a life-size Babu Frick. The only one of these that I was able to acquire up until now would have been a Target kind of plush, which was very nice. It had like kind of a plasticky, nice face, and if you look back on old episodes, you'll see it. But this one, to me, was only a matter of time, so I had to get this one. One of my favorite new characters. I'm so excited, and apparently I understand that there is a character like this that designed. Let's see if I can. What do I got to do here? All right, this box is very flimsy, so I'm not going to keep it. I'm just going to do some surgery here. So this character, among my favorites of the newly created ones from the sequel trilogy. Absolutely adored him. Much needed little comic element. Much needed whimsy that I felt was perfectly matched. Actually, I really liked that whole C-3PO kind of side story about, you know, the threat of him kind of volunteering to erase his memory. Some people thought that he should have just stayed, you know, like that he should have stayed in with the idea of him just not having any memory. But I disagreed. I thought that he I thought that it was better for him to come back. But the fact that he made the choice on his own to not do that. To not return. To not do that. I thought that was pretty cool. All right, so now let me see if he has. Oh. Oh my God, that is so cute.
Hello, I'm Babu Frick.
Ooh, things go on? Oh. I love it. Babu Frick. Oh, beautiful. Great articulation on the arms. I mean, they're really just 5 points, really. But because of the shape of the... Oh, well, I guess you can say... I don't know, do the arms twist? I don't know if they twist. This one does. So, that's cool. And then when you lift this up, his light comes out. So, he does his face... He looks like he's a little drunk. I think you've had a little bit too much to drink there, Babu. I will say this. Let's see if he has any other features. I don't think so. Again, I don't see anything when it comes to his tools or anything else. Droid Smith for hire. Real life sounds, mouth movement, wrist articulation, hip articulation, shoulder articulation, head movement, visor rotates down and the eyes light up. Okay, so it's basically it's just a pretty simple thing. So really cool, very well done. Basically a life-size figure when you think about it, right? We have this is about how big he is, right? So I love that. Whoa, you right there, buddy? Now, I will say this. Feeling around his face here a little bit, Disney's been using this kind of latex or silicone for some of its more delicate creatures that they have electronics in there so they can move their mouth. His eyes are a little droopy, okay, so you got to be careful with that. But I do worry a little bit about this over time. Now, let's face it, folks, toys were never meant to last forever. Plastic does degrade, silicone, all these things do degrade. But I hope this one lasts, at least a decent amount of time. So, really cool. Great little feature. I'll kind of keep him here to kind of keep eyes and things. All right, and our last item. Speaking of droids, what good is a droid smith without some type of a droid? Well, this one says Star Tours, so it's really not Galaxy's Edge. I will say I did get this in Star Tours, and it was to celebrate the 35th anniversary. And what better way than to acquire a certain droid that was created specifically for the Star Tours attraction when in its original conception. So I'm gonna just got kind of an old school styrofoam box here. Oh my goodness! All right, this is wow. Okay, this is. I noticed that it was heavy, but it is extremely heavy. So this is basically just I think it's just a statue. It's basically kind of like the the Disney statue. Oh no, but there is some electronics to it.
Welcome aboard. This is Captain Rex from the cockpit. I know this is probably your first flight, and it's mine too. Light speed to endure. Ladies and gentlemen, the road is some turbulence up ahead. Make sure you seat belts on them. I have a very bad feeling about that. Uh-oh. Wait. Where's the brake? Hey, sorry folks. I'm sure to do better next time. It was my first flight, and I'm still getting used to my program.
Oh, Disney. You did it again. Such a fantastic... Oh, kind of hard to see. It is basically, if you go through the attraction now, there is a box as you're going through the queue of... Since Rex is no longer in the attraction, but he is in the queue. He's kind of stored in the sign. It says, little tag here, remove before flight. You know, because it is like a prequel. The new version with the 2.0, if you've ever been on a Star Tours, it used to be one, going to Endor, getting lost, ending up in the comets, going through comets, ending up in the middle of a battle above the Death Star, and then, ending up with, getting back to where you started. Like it actually didn't work. Well, then they changed it to 2.0 back in 2010, 2011, and that one was basically, two different missions. It was all over the place, in all different places, and it's never the same way twice. And then it kept adding adventures with The Force Awakens, with The Last Jedi, with Rise of Skywalker. Now, Rex is not in that ride. He doesn't pilot the Starfighter, or he doesn't pilot the Star Tours vehicle. But you do see him in the queue in a little box like this. So this is kind of what they're paying homage to. It doesn't move, it just has a sound, but it is meant to be kind of a statue type thing. So kudos to Disney for doing that. So that'll do it for this episode of Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing Show. That concludes our Gentle Giant, for the moment, unboxing. There will be more. Okay, but thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the notification button, let people know about the channel. Check me out on Instagram and Twitter, Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing page on Facebook. And until next time, may the Force and the toys be with you.